Gideon and I founded our artificial intelligence startup 8 years ago, building it into a highly profitable enterprise that pioneered advanced neural networks for automated supply chain tracking. I handled the core physical technology infrastructure, keeping our high-performance computing clusters, model training arrays and proprietary code bases completely secure, while Gideon managed the corporate financing and external venture capital relations. As our software expanded toward a massive public valuation, Gideon's greed grew exponentially with it. He began demanding a larger share of the enterprise licensing rewards, claiming that securing capital was far more valuable than maintaining the underlying transformer architectures and data modeling pipelines that I flatly refused to alter our original 50-50 equal partnership charter. That is when Gideon decided to eliminate me from the firm entirely. While I was away out of state for a week attending a global software cybersecurity safety summit, Gideon saw his window of opportunity to execute a hostile corporate takeover. He ordered a corrupt network administrator to access our secure document repository and manually upload a fraudulent corporate amendment, using an old digital scan of my signature from an expired insurance document to authorize the change. When the corporate liquidators arrived on Monday morning, Gideon believed he had executed a flawless corporate maneuver. He showed me the altered digital agreements, stated that my founder equity was legally void, and gave me 15 minutes to pack my personal belongings and leave the laboratory premises. He smiled as he informed me that the foreign investment conglomerate had already wired the final asset transfer to a shell company registry based in Switzerland, telling me that a simple machine learning programmer stood zero chance against a corporate legal team. Gideon assumed I would panic, hire a standard local business lawyer, and spend years drowning in bankrupting civil litigation while he lived in luxury abroad. He completely failed to understand that when your entire business relies on digital blueprints and cloud servers, you should never pick a fight with a principal infrastructure engineer. I walked straight to my car, opened my laptop, tethered it to my secure mobile network, and logged directly into an off-site, decentralized backup matrix that I had legally established under an encrypted open-source development license before ever partnering with his firm. When a corrupt executive tries to steal your lifetime of hard work, you do not look for a compromise. You execute a complete forensic audit of their entire digital footprint. I initiated a deep dive comparison between the corporate amendments Gideon used to terminate my contract and the hidden, unalterable server event database logs. Because our firm's internal network automatically timestamps and records the unique hardware MAC address of any terminal making a data entry, the truth was instantly visible. The fraudulent partnership amendment had never been signed using my physical security key or my verified digital certificate. The server event trail proved that the document was uploaded at 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning from a single computer terminal located inside Gideon's personal downtown penthouse. He had directly forged the digital signatures and manually overwritten our original equal equity operational records. But my forensic analysis line by line uncovered an even more devastating corporate crime. While tracking Gideon's user profile history across the international cloud registries, I discovered a hidden network protocol he had established to copy and export sensitive, federally restricted deep learning dataset architectures. For 3 straight years, Gideon had been inflating the automated hardware production costs, routing the excess millions into a shell company registry based in Panama, while leaking protected algorithmic weights to international buyers in direct violation of federal trade export and digital asset protection laws. I compiled the unassailable network event logs, the matching penthouse IP address tracking records, the forged signature metadata, and the complete international data manipulation ledger into an ironclad corporate compliance dossier. I bypassed local authorities completely and delivered this data packet directly to the Federal Trade Commission, the Department of Commerce Bureau of Industry and Security, and the Criminal Investigation Department of the Department of Justice. The corporate and federal counterstrike was absolute, instantaneous destruction. On Wednesday afternoon, Gideon was hosting a private luncheon at an upscale restaurant with the executives of the foreign investment conglomerate, preparing to toast the final multi-million-dollar infrastructure acquisition. Before the main course could be served, 2 federal agents accompanied by financial fraud investigators entered the dining room. They served Gideon and the corporate legal team with an immediate federal-level emergency injunction that instantly halted the asset transfer, suspended his technical and management licenses, and placed a hard freeze on his private shell accounts, blocking the multi-million-dollar wire transfer in transit. When Gideon tried to claim that the database logs were circumstantial, the federal prosecutors presented the digital signature metadata showing the exact timestamps matching his personal penthouse network usage. The conglomerate executives, horrified to find themselves entangled in a high-level federal criminal conspiracy and international export violation, instantly voided the acquisition papers, canceled the deal, and turned over all their personal emails with Gideon to the prosecution team. The fallout completely obliterated Gideon's tech career and personal freedom. The federal court fast-tracked our partnership lawsuit, and within 2 weeks, a judge officially declared the fraudulent amendment completely void, permanently stripping Gideon of his board position and his remaining 50% shares due to a standard bad faith clause in our original corporate charter. I was granted sole absolute control of the firm, the data engineering facility, and all underlying software and model patents. Gideon's private assets were fully liquidated to pay back the millions he stole from the firm and to cover massive federal fines. He is currently serving a significant federal sentence for wire fraud, identity theft, and corporate embezzlement under international data restriction violations. Gideon wanted to use a rigged corporate rule to steal my business, and he ended up losing his status, his wealth, and his freedom.